Well, I got involved, I think primarily through Don Scardino, who I had worked with on 30 Rock. And so the script was sent to me to look at this character of Anton, and I just loved the script and the characters. And then when I heard that who was involved, Steve Carell, I just thought this is going to be fun, and it was. He is he's really a good guy. He's uh, the best friend of Burt Wonderstone, and he loves what he does. He loves magic. He loves being in show business, and he loves Bert. He loves their friendship, and it's all he ever wants to do. Well, I think when you do anything for a long period of time, you have to find ways to keep it fresh. And I think that's the problem that Bert and Anton are facing, when we meet them 10 years down the line. And they've gotten very successful, and so they are playing it safe. But Anton is frustrated. He wants to try new things. But Bert seems very happy and content just to do the same show, pick up the same sort of girl each night, and just kind of ride that crest. But it's sort of starting to falter now that this new magician comes on the scene, played by Jim Carrey, and it causes a breakup in for Bert and Anton, which is probably the best thing to happen to them, because it's probably what they needed to shake things up. Well, Steve is just one of the most generous and giving and nicest guys that you'd ever want to meet. I mean, I watched the film, and it's so hard to believe that that you see this guy who's so arrogant and mean, and Steve is the complete opposite. All this, he brought this otherworldly sort of sense to it. It was kind of like, where's this guy been? Was he in India for 30 years and then he, came to Las Vegas? I just loved what he was doing because it was just so intriguing. Um, for me, if you have a good script, then that's most of it right there. And then just talking with Don and Steve, in the rehearsal period, we had a lot of conversation about what their friendship meant, and then of course practicing some magic and hanging out with David Copperfield. They're really a lot of fun. I mean, part of it is how you present yourself, and so Steve and I just really had a lot of fun just hamming it up, and Don let us do it. Well, he's just so good with character and story and listening and trying things out and constantly talking about it, so that each of us could discover, who these characters are. Well, yeah, I mean, being here and shooting on the Strip and shooting the scene where we're in the hot box, and really being above, we were up there. That was another exciting day, yeah. I loved it. I just love these characters, and for me, when I watch a film, I'm often remembering what it was to shoot it too. So I have that kind of double pleasure of remembering. Oh, I remember that day. It was really a lot of fun to shoot. I thought Olivia, she really brought a lot to her character. I think that was, even more than what was on the page. She really had great suggestions, and Don really worked with her well, and she just fit right in. Well, yeah, and I always love working with Jimmy Gandolfini. And when I watch the movie, it's hard to believe that we played such different characters in The Sopranos, and but that's what we love about being in this business, that we get to play different parts. I've always loved comedy. As a kid, it's just I love to laugh, and I love to think that I can make people laugh. It's just at its purest, it's just fun to do. Well, yeah, it just can't be about the jokes. The characters have to start from a real place, and so that was important. And I think the film does have a lot of heart. Well, yeah, I think the humor is really important, and David is so good at it, and I think Bert and Anton are aware of that too. I mean, they try and be funny in their own way. Um, Sometimes it falls flat for them, but I love that they try and that they think they're funny.